this over, and I just want to say thank you again.
Thank you.
I want to thank you because this has been a very rewarding day for me. And I want to thank all of you, especially Dr. Rollins. I was going to say Dr. Carolyn, and I couldn't stop myself. So this little small part of the program is really for you to talk about anything that perhaps I presented or anything that you want to talk about. So I'm going to just open the floor to you by first asking you, what did you get most strongly? What are you going to take away from today or any other portion of the week, the weekend? But I really want to know what you're taking away from today and why. Anybody?
I guess the easiest thing to say is that I'm taking away that there's still so much work to be done for patients, on advocacy for our legislature to make a difference in the world for the sickle cell patient and their families. Just to sit here and look at the pain, not just the pain that Judy is still in, and then to listen to the positive place that Star comes from, and then Sheila comes from, and the other lady. It's just a dichotomy. It's a very big, widespread array of emotions and stuff. So once again, what I'm taking from this conference is that I am rededicating myself to doing whatever I can do to change our country's legislative system, to do something from the top to change what is, and to create what is necessary for the sickle cell patient to get relief and find a universal cure.
Exactly.
That's it.
Excellent. And that's important because, as with a lot of change, we have started with the change in laws and the change in institutions. When we look at integration, which we've spoken of, we started with laws. We had to get the laws instituted. We had to have integration be a mandate from the top. But as we talked about in my session, that's just the beginning, because that's a forced behavior. We're going to make you do this by law. What we need to do is to change hearts and minds. And that's a womanist take on things. Womanism is a gift for Black women to the world that will change our world. Womanism's goal is to work itself out of existence. And so if we can change hearts and minds about sickle cell, and if we can open up people to be able to be honest and not afraid to tell their stories, because those are the stories that we need. I love the idea of videotaping, because everything is videotaping now. Social media is all about the visual. And when we write, we're not even writing, or at least our children aren't even writing full sentences or full words. We're quickly moving to the visual. So thanks becomes a visual word, THX. That's so we can see it. Well, we need to make sickle cell visible.
Yes.
We need to make it visible. And that's the start of changing hearts and minds. When we change hearts and minds, we're changing the spirit of a thing. Okay? We're changing the spirit of that thing. And once we change the spirit of it, we cannot behave outside or beyond what the Spirit tells us. That's a womanist idea as well. To touch on the spirit of the thing, yes, we need laws. I agree with you 100%. But to go alongside of those, we have to have the stories that will help to shed light on the realities of the lives affected by sickle cell. And that way, we begin to change the spirit surrounding it and within each of us. Someone else, what else are you taking away?
Yes. I'm going to take away, like you talked about earlier with the black pain and understanding how to fuel that and use that energy, because it is about changing hearts and minds, because that's at what it comes down to, that's all that we can control. And so it's frustrating because with living with something like this, everything is urgent. Talk tomorrow is we don't know what's going to, I don't know what's going to happen with you tonight, you know, so it's just a matter of really taking that and coming together, just being here. And this is my first time coming to this particular conference, and how much I've just retained just from others who go through the same thing. It's as much as we also know that it's individual from person to person. I'm hearing the same issues and the same problems, that our medical care might be different in how what we're going through individually with our body, but that's on us to know our body and know ourselves. But as far as how we're being treated, and as far as who is listening versus who's not listening, it's a matter of bringing that awareness. Because we know what to do with ourselves. We have that. It's just a matter of getting other people to understand that and do that in a positive manner.
And
to open this way.
I said off mic that it's also important for them to be able to open up a space for you to do it. We can carve our way through, but isn't it so much nicer when we have a Sunday in our lives? Sunday was the name of the man in Men of Honor who helped Carl brochure. And this man Sunday started out as the vision was to sing there. But his heart and his mind was changed. And I heard while I was walking around how the discussion about black pain, and I'm not talking about just black bodies in pain. I'm talking about the black pain, one word, where the human element has been stripped from it, has helped. Just the idea of it has helped some people to see that I'm not crazy. This is actually happening. It's not just me imagining something. It's not just in my corner of the world. This is something that's pervasive. Yes. It's dominant. And to share that knowledge as well, to let people know it's not you. This is a program instituted a long time ago. And don't forget what Michael Foucault said about demonstrations of pain is disciplinary. It's spectacle that places those who look like that person, those who are the citizens, within a boundary of discipline, where they can't move beyond that without experiencing the same kind of woundedness and hurt. What else do you think you might be taking away? And I'm going to up the ante a little bit, and I'm going to ask you, what do you think you will do tomorrow?
Could you get those young men to come in?
I will. Well, have you all ever seen Men of Honor? What is it, Men of Honor? I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, Man of Honor.
Have you ever seen Men of Honor? How old are you? Cuba Gooding Jr., Carl Bashir, Robert De Niro was in the movie.
Did Cooper play?
Yeah, we played Carl Bashir. Anyway, we want to hear from you. I don't know how much of the conference that you've seen.
Been here for the past
Both days.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you can take away.
Hello everyone. We've been here for the past 2 days, and for myself, I know my friends as well can say the same thing, that what we took for both days is, I hear a lot of pain. You know, that's the thing. I don't hear a lot of relief. It's just, they're going through a system where they're supposed to see relief, but they don't receive it from the day they walk in, from the person that's supposed to take care of them to the person that's supposed to give them medication. I'm not sure what medication you guys take for sickle cell, but I'm sure it's probably doing side effects to you guys as well. So it's probably bringing more harm along the way. You guys probably go in there 1 month and then probably got to go back in there the next month. That's not no total relief to me. And we've been on earth for too long. Like, my question is there like any natural remedies you guys might want to look into? Like, so this doesn't seem like the way, unless we have more control on those facilities to at least have good care from the doctors and staff and the medication that they're receiving. That's all I can say.
Most of the natural we have to pay our money.
Yeah, that is true, but shouldn't the government help on something like that? Shouldn't they?
They don't.
They don't yet. So, as the people, the laws, we have control in making laws. We're supposed to be able to go to our officials to ask them these are the things that we need. I don't know if we need to bring a lot of people together and one year we to say that in front of them, so we might have to do that. I don't know.
Tell her what you told me about what you're gonna do tomorrow.
Are you registered to vote?
Yeah, tell me what you're gonna do tomorrow.
You're not registered to vote. The election is less than 60 days away and you're not registered to vote.
Did I take on the election?
How are we gonna get those officials to change the laws if you don't vote?
All right, my take on the election is, all right, each one here that I put in their vote, to vote for either Hillary or Bush, I'm sorry. But, yeah, Central, so, but your vote is gonna, to what I'm hearing, that your vote is you're gonna be able to choose which side you're gonna want, but it's the electors that bring in the president. The electoral
If
vote.
enough people, if enough registered voters for one of those parties not get out and vote, you won't get enough votes out. One of the electors. You see? That's how we're going to trickle down.
But because people die, people go.
Yeah, that is true.
What is your vote? Well, we want to hear, let me tell us what they told me they were gonna do tomorrow about sickle cell on this. Tell her what you said.
It's going to speak more about it.
Definitely try to bring up more conversations, I don't do this a lot,
That's all right,
I don't
take
do
time.
that. Just, our generation, like just the word success and let them hear it, because,
If he turned around right now and said, man, you know, I have it, and I never said that, I would
I think what you're saying is that you need more information.
Yeah.
You need more knowledge. And that was one of the things that I talked about in my presentation, that knowledge is the beginning of change. And so not only about voting do you need more knowledge, because the electoral votes run parallel to how our votes instruct them. Now, they do have the right, they can forget what we said, I guess, if they wanted to, but that is not the way it's supposed to be. But then the second thing is you become a voice for sickle cell. You become a voice that makes people aware of what this disease is and how crippling it is for not only those individuals who suffer it and struggle with it, but for all of us. Because each and every one of us are in this world for a reason. And if even one of us is unable to fulfill that reason because of a lack of support from others, then we are made shallow and less for a loss. So it's important that we invest in each other, not only as people who care about sickle cell, but as people who care about people. People who care about people. And when we are dehumanized because of the color of our skin, and we fall into a mechanism of control that celebrates our pain, but denies us or defies us to look beyond the suffering and that pain at the wound itself. See, Even with sickle cell, there's a cause. There's a wound that we have to look at. But many people don't even want to believe the pain. They don't even want to believe the pain. So anyway, that's our responsibility as brothers and sisters, to make sure that awareness is there and that knowledge is there, to open the difficult conversations, the conversations that need to change. We can do, I am an advocate to say, we need the laws, we need the policies, we need the systemic change, but we can't do anything with that any different from what the last 50, 60, 70 years have been without changing hearts and minds. When we change those hearts and minds, that's when change is real, substantive.
In spite of what I have been through, I went to prison and solitary confinement for all of you in here. Spent 4 days and nights in solitary confinement. So if you're trying to figure out, well, what is it that I can do to live here? We all can do something different. So I'm going to lead our young people here that's much younger than me, have a lot more energy or whatever. If you go out here right now and make a commitment to round up all your young people, friends, and whatever, to make sure they're voting, and make sure, and I'm not telling you how to vote. You know, I want to trust that you have sense enough to, and so the bill I have two choices. But it's a disgrace if you're not voting, if you're not registered. You've got to do that. So you just got to do that.
I think I have time for one more comment and then close, so I'm heading over this way.
Thank you. I just wanted to make a comment about, I know how, with our last discussion, we were saying that we need to have more, like on the first conversation, I know a lot of people with sickle cell said, I have sickle cell, but for me, I guess I kind of hid it because it's like I want to be treated normal. I didn't want in school, I was already teased for being real skinny and my eyes were yellow. They didn't know. I guess, with that education and stuff, that does need to be there for that part of the bullying. But I didn't want people to treat me like I had a handicap. Treat me normal. Even in nursing school, I didn't tell them, I had sickle cell until the time that I got sick because I didn't want to be, treated like an outcast, because sometimes when you say that you have a disability, it's a different type of treatment people get, even from kids. And, I want to encourage my fellow sickle cell sisters and brothers to just live your life normal as much as you can. Don't let this handicap you. You still can do everything that you put your mind to it. It's all in the mind. So I know some of y'all, think, but you can do all things with Christ that strengthens us. So, and keep him first. That's all you need.
Amen.
But there's no such thing as normal. Let's just get clear about it.
Yeah. There is no such thing as normal.
Everybody
Yes.
has to have a different definition of normal. Maybe.
I think, I'm also very appreciative, as I said earlier, for being invited to be here again. I love it. How you guys asked me to come down. By no means do I want to tell people how to live their lives, but I would like to ask you to consider a different way of thinking about it. That for whatever reasons you have been selected to live with sickle cell disease, it is part of who you are. And the more that you're able to integrate all of you, maybe our blackness, our being a female, living with sickle cell, this is all part of who you are. And the more you can bring it all together, the healthier you're going to be, the whole you're going to be. And it's not about normal or not normal, there's no such thing, but it's about respecting all of who you are. So I think that you are, as someone who does not live with sickle cell disease, I see you very courageous.
And I do too.
So we need to see you and have your life be seen and valued, that you can live with sickle cell disease. And I think because inadvertently I worry that it adds to the myths and the misunderstanding and the dehumanization and the not seeing.
is because what ends up happening, our healthcare providers are seeing people who are showing up in the ER who are struggling the most. And if they don't have any other balance, then that becomes the face of sickle cell, and we are much more diverse. So I just want to invite you to think about that. And then my last comment is also, I meant to mention this to Carolyn, we can talk about it again. So the Association of Black Psychologists has put together something we call the Emotional Emancipation Circles. And this is a set of curriculum we designed that's intended to be given over to the community to use the way that they see fit. It's not predicated on being run by a professional. It's grounded in trying to remind us and reconnect with who we are as people of African ancestry. This is more than simply thinking about, oh, we came from Africa. It's about our truisms. There's certain innate things about us. It's no mistake if you put enough black folks in a room long enough, they'll start acting like family. That is not a mistake. That's the essence of who we are. And this curriculum is built on those types of tenets, and they are also set in such a way that you can personalize them to your unique situations. We have both Dr. Cheryl Grills and Darryl Rowe here, who are instrumental in helping the design of that here. And I would like to invite the group to maybe consider having someone being trained on the emotional emancipation circles, and might be doing someone, and actually add those to your groups and see how this becomes meaningful for you or not as you're trying to move through. Just want to put the offer out there. Yeah. And for the Bay Area, I do the trainings in the Bay Area.
And I'm just going to piggyback on what my sister and friend said.
My mentor.
Because, you know, when I think about people with sickle cell disease, and I think about how courageous they are, and what they go through, and, you know, it makes me emotional. Because I am who I am because of who you are. The fight I fight is not a fight that I chose to fight. It's what God designed for me to do. And so I'm in your presence, and people ask me often. I gave up a high-paying job to come work with sickle cell. You know, they don't pay people that work in sickle cell a whole lot of money.
Right.
But what it does for you is it lets you know that there's something greater than you are.
Yes.
You know, that people who are suffering and struggling are worthy of the support. That we as women and men who live in our communities, to those who much is given, much is expected.
Right.
And I just want to say, don't be ashamed of what you have. You know, I've had people that have had strokes that have sickle cell disease, and I've asked them to get bus passes for handicapped individuals. And they said, you know, I can't do that because people look at me funny when I get on the bus. And my response has been, give it to me, I'll ride the bus with it.
Right.
But be proud of what you are, because you guys wear a badge of courage. And none of us in here who don't have sickle cell disease know what you've been through. I've worked with people who've lived and died. I've had patients who have said that they were Jehovah's Witnesses and that they were going to die because of what they believed in, because they wouldn't take a blood transfusion. I've been in the trenches for 30 years. And in those 30 years, I have met all kinds of people. But I can tell you that your life with sickle cell disease has changed so many other people's lives. But if you don't reveal it, no one will know it. You know, nobody will know your story. Nobody will know how they can help other people with sickle cell disease. And I just want to say to you that, you know, stand up proudly. Wear your badge of honor. Don't let anybody make you think that you're less than. Because achieving with sickle cell disease is not achieved at the same rate other people achieve, maybe, but it's still achieved.
Yeah.
So be blessed, love yourself. You gotta learn to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you don't care what anybody else thinks. Because you are who you are. Take me or leave me. I have sickle cell disease, and that's what your life is. And you're a testimony to success. Living with a condition that many of us would give up. So I just say to you, just go forward. Don't worry about what people think about you. Don't worry about what they say about you. Yeah, you're skinnier than everybody else, but I wish I was skinny.
Thank you.
You know, so just remember that life is worth living and live it to its fullest. Don't be harnessed by other people.
Thank you.
I do want to say one thing before I sit down and stop. We've just been talking briefly about what this weekend has meant and what we got out of today. And I think one thing we can say about today at least is that this is not a secret to keep. When Toni Morrison wrote Beloved, the last line of that novel says, "This is not a story to pass on." Now, it has dual meanings, which one meaning is it's not a story to pass on and on and on. The other meaning is it's not a story to pass up.
Right.
When she says pass on, it's not a story to keep to yourself. When she talked about a slave woman whose daughter she killed because she would prefer that child to be dead than to be in slavery. She was talking about Margaret Garner, a woman who actually lived and did exactly this, who crossed into Ohio and was chased by slavers. And she would rather see her child dead than to see her child in slavery. So I present to you, sickle cell is not a story to pass on.
That's right.
Don't pass on telling your story. Don't pass on letting people know that wholeness resides within you, not just black pain.
Yes.
Okay? So don't let it be a story that you pass on. Okay? And today, think about one person that you never told anything about sickle cell. And tell that person, I want to tell you what I did this weekend. Let me tell you about all the beautiful presentations that I heard. Let me tell you how I was empowered in my mind, in my creativity, in my spirit, to live on with this thing called sickle cell. Let me tell you about my daughter. Let me tell you about my son. Let me tell you about my neighbor. Let me tell you about this woman I just met, who is powerful, who did a lot of work with her child, believing in its resurrection for what doctors didn't even think was going to be one. Let me tell you how to survive. Thank you all so much for inviting me. God bless you. And as I said to my students, bless you.
And then round of applause, please.
Oh, yes, that's another thing. Make sure everybody, you challenge to bring 2 people with you.
Okay, we're going to bring 2 people with us to Fresno. Okay, thank you. Another round of applause, please. Thank you. This has been great. I'm not going to say much because I can't follow that, except to say that we still have book signing. We still have lots of bread and what have you to take home. Again, I encourage you to please tell your story. Dr. Hoffman talked about narratives. You got to tell your story. And I understand that there's a matter of trust, there's a matter of pride, humility, faith. But Pat was correct. You have no idea who's looking at you and how you may be lifting them up when you feel so down about what's going on with you or so troubled. You have no idea. So we are a community. After today, right now, we are a community. Let's remember that, you guys. Let's call upon one another if we need to. There are support groups. You have our number. If we're not in your area, we can give you somebody in your area. If you want us to go to your school, you have a handout, whoever. We are here as a community to help one another. Thank you so much for your your time this weekend. And we are officially adjourned. Thank you.
Excellent,